didn't they, Robbie, at half-time?
Yeah, they did, and it's amazing. I think Garnacho, I don't think he's a 10. Listen, he played as a 10, but he drifted out wide. I think Garnacho's best when he can run at the opposition. I don't think he's at his best when he's got his back to goal. So I like to see him on the left, but he's not a wing-back. You know, and Kobbie Mainoo as a 10, I think that's his best position personally. You know, Owen might disagree, but I think, you know, in those tight areas as a 10, that's where I think he's at his best. So again, I think he's solving the problems 3 in a row, as Lucy said in commentary, and it's positivity for Manchester United. It was a good second half.
Yeah, it was. Mainoo involved in both of the goals, Owen. What did you like about his performance tonight?
Yeah, and think because Eriksen and Bruno were playing a bit deeper, it allowed Kobbie to release and get further forward. And I said at half-time, just play the ball in there, just put it in. You know, Kobbie does a brilliant job of putting it into an area, and Dalot gets a tap in. You know, obviously you need players to be in the back post. Dalot does brilliantly. Kobbie releases it. How about this for Garnacho? Well, he was brilliant when he come on, and Kobbie he learned from the first one and just passed it into the goal.
But again, look at where Garnacho is. He's on the left-hand side running towards the goal, and he's got pace. I think pace is a leveller. Ahmad's pace, Garnacho's pace. I think when they're running at teams, they're a threat. And I think Kobbie is that 10. You know, I don't think he's a 6 in this Manchester United team. And the argument is he a 10? Is he creative enough to be a 10? Is he defensively minded enough to be a 6? I think he has to play in a 3. Obviously, Manchester United don't play that. You know, he's probably an 8. But he
almost played in a 3 today, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, because Garnacho kept going out to that left-hand side. I think Kobbie Mainoo, for me, is a 10 in that team. But listen, he can play as a 6, of course he can. I think in tighter areas, he's really good. And you've seen the run in the first half when he had the volley. He had the chance over the bar. He's created a goal. He scored a goal. So it's I thought Kobbie Mainoo was brilliant tonight.
Just looking at the table that's on screen, guys, confirmation there. Manchester United finishing in 3rd place. Tottenham just below them. They won tonight. So did Rangers as well. And that means that they're actually finishing in the automatic qualification spots as well. So all the British sides involved in the final night of the Europa League phase this evening, all winning and all going through in one of those automatic spots. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Really, I mean, amazing for Rangers. To be fair, that's going to be a tough place to, for a knockout game. And I think for United, they did the job. You know, they need to look. They can win this competition. Tottenham can do the same as well. So could completely change their season, get them into the Champions League.
That's what we were saying earlier, wasn't it, Robbie? This has to be a priority for United now.
Yeah, it is, and they've got those 2 free weeks now where Ruben Amorim can work on the training ground. Listen, it's a real positive result for Manchester United and for Spurs. You know, Spurs with the youngsters scoring tonight as well. So seeing Big Ange smile tonight was nice as well. So again, it's a good night for British clubs.
Guys, thanks for now. Matt Smith and The Goal Show are coming up for you next. They're going to wrap up.
This is to be at least optimistic and smiling about Manchester United.
I don't know if you had too many problems with the Man United performance. It was just the level of opposition tonight. You would have expected more from a team who came in 8th place and were hoping to get an automatic spot in the last 16.
Yeah, they were really poor, Steve, but I mean, credit to Man United because they made them look poor. They kept the ball away from them. The manager spoke before the game about quieting the crowd and controlling the game, and they certainly done that. And I thought the first half they moved the ball. It was probably a little bit too slow, but they changed at half time.
Diallo came on,
Garnacho, and they added that little bit of speed, and all of a sudden he had runners for Mainoo to find, and they all looked a little bit sharper. And I think, like Kenny says, you get those players and they start to look like good players. Love playing with good players, and you can see them linking up. And then on the other hand, you look at Highland, and he looks like he's lost. He doesn't know where to run, what to do, what type of player to be. But a really, really positive performance from United. But like I say, do it on Saturday or Sunday whenever they play next in the Premier League, and do it consistently at that level rather than the level we've seen tonight.
Yeah, of course they have to improve, but it's just this system that managers looking to integrate. There's been real question marks. How does he get some of the outstanding young talent into that squad? That's what the Manchester United supporters want. They don't want to see Garnacho, the likes of Mainoo, heading out the exit door in kind of 4 to 5 months' time.
And I've kind of, sorry to cut across, I've kind of felt, I think everyone has, that he doesn't seem to fancy Mainoo in the position we've seen him play so far in his career as a midfielder. He's taken him off a couple of times when they've been in trouble.
Rightly so.
So he needs to find another position, and maybe that is further forward.
Yeah, I don't think he has the maturity or the qualities to play in that. United, in this system, you can't carry somebody, one of your 2 central midfield players, you can't carry one player in there who doesn't want to defend, who's not good at defending. That's a given. So he can't do it at the moment. He might develop into that type of player. He might add that to his game in time, Mainoo, but at the moment he's not there. But what he has, he's got outstanding technical ability. He can play in the half turn, really good vision, and when he gets into the last third of the pitch, he makes things happen. You know, he can score. This lad can finish already. He hasn't been prolific in a Manchester United jersey, but he scored some really important goals. And we saw a flavour of that this evening. And I saw a shift in mentality in him tonight. Up until this point, he's looked down on himself, his chin, feeling sorry for himself. That's how he's been carrying himself. With a little switch on tonight in that second half, he was enjoying himself. He was linking things up. We saw that bit of cohesion. Rich touched upon it there in terms of some of the forward play, some nice 1-2 touch, intricate play. That's good. That's better than what we've seen of late.
You said Mainu made things happen. He made the first goal happen for Dalot, Richard.
Yeah, he kept moving into positions, trying to find space all the time. A clever little turn in behind, but then the quality on the ball across the box is brilliant. It's one of those, as a defender, it's impossible to defend. Dalot makes the movement off the full-back and he's loads of space, but it's about finding him, and we've seen it a few times. Players in this situation not quite making the right decision in terms of their pass, but Mainu got a spot on there and a really good ball across, and they just hit the crossbar before that.